Hello everybody, Mr. Lego Lover 55 here, and welcome to another Bionicle Classic review. Today we are doing the long-awaited 2009 overview. And I will just be straight up honest here, I have been slacking off on the Bionicle Classic reviews for a while. I've been doing other videos like Lego set reviews and just like the present Bionicle reviews and stuff, all that stuff. But now I think it's finally time we get back to the Bionicle Classic reviews, back to G1, because, I mean, there's already a bunch of sadness. Let's just go back oh my goodness, go back down memory lane and take a look back at G1 stuff. So we're going to take a look at 2009 here, because, yeah. So I'll go ahead and talk about what I'm going to be doing to the 2010 reviews at the end of the video, if I don't forget. There's high possibility I will, but hopefully I won't. But anyways, pretty much what we're going to be doing in this overview is we're going to be going over the backstory. We'll take a look at some of the instructions I have saved over the years. We'll take a look at some of the other miscellaneous stuff I've saved over the years from this year, from the 2009. And we'll go ahead and I'll tell you all of the sets that are not present here. So, yeah, however, I will actually be more prepared from that because I watched my previous overviews for the Bionicle Classic reviews, and I was unprepared with those, yeah, that last part where, yeah. But anyways, without any further ado, let's begin the overview. Alrighty, so I'm going to try to make this backstory a tad bit shorter than I normally do them for my overviews, but I'll try my best. It still may be a little bit long, but let's go ahead and see. And I'm kind of gonna be using this graphic novel yeah. So pretty much we start off in a new year. We have no idea what's going on. We have these gladiator type of characters just fighting other gladiator type characters. And like, what happened to the 2008 story? Does that just not matter? Well, that actually does matter, because later on in the story, so yeah, so the arena falls and stuff. So yeah, and then we get to the most interesting part of the story. The Mask of Life that was from the previous year that went up into space because the Makuta launched into space and exiled Motunui. And yeah, he banished the Mask of Life. That Motunui's spirit was in the mask, by the way. He banished him to Barra Magna, which is a planet near Aqua Magna, or known as the Matoran universe. So this mask crash lands, and it uses the sand around it to create a new body, and hence Motunui is created. And that's where most of the story of 2009 takes place. Pretty much all the stuff before that is just fighting and all that, so, between the gladiators, and yeah. But, or the Glatorian or whatever, it doesn't really matter, they're gladiators. So yeah, so, pretty much, we have, pretty much most of our story comes from the Bionicle The Legend Reborn movie, which I actually do have right here. This is, still in pretty good condition, it has all the stuff in here. But I'll get to that later. So pretty much what happens, Motunui, he goes to Tuma, which he is not here because I don't have the set. He defeats him, and then there's like a traitor who is Metis. I actually used to call him Mentis with an NT instead of just a T. But yeah, anyway, not the point. So yeah, he's a traitor. He turns into a snake. Yeah, I'm sure most of you already know the story, but I'm trying to go through this as fast as I can, but not trying to be very specific, but trying to be as specific. I don't know. So, yeah, he ends up, like, betraying all the rest of the Agori, which are these tiny guys who reuse the Avmatorian build, which a lot of people do not like. However, I like these builds a lot more because they're colorful. But, yeah, so that guy, Metis, turns into a snake. All the Glatorian defeat the Bone Hunters and the Skrull and stuff, which are pretty much just the black guys, the black Glatorian, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much what happens in the movie. And then after that, Motunui goes to a maze to try, or actually, well, at the end of the movie, all the Glatorian and Agori find this giant robot that was an experiment from the Great Being, so they want to power it up again because Makuta will be coming. Actually, I'm not actually too sure if this is part of the 2010 story, but I'm just gonna go ahead and not kind of get, yeah. So he goes to this maze to try and find a power source for this robot, and he does. He finds it, he comes back, and he powers up the robot. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say, because we are kind of going into the 2010 story, and I want to save that for the next, I guess, overview. Or I'm not even too sure if we're doing an overview, but you get the point. So, anyways, that's pretty much the backstory of 2009. So we're left with kind of a cliffhanger, especially in the movie. That was a huge cliffhanger. I wish we got another movie, but we unfortunately did not. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it for that. So I think we'll go ahead and take a look at all the instructions that I've collected from 2009. Okay, so I actually don't have too many instructions, left from 2009. I only have a few. So we have only 3 Glatorian/Glatorian Legend instructions. So we have instructions for Malum, instructions for Teryx, and instructions for Motunui. Those are the only Glatorian and Glatorian Legend instructions I have right now. We do have the instructions for Pharaoh and Skirmix, and one thing I actually do want to point out about him, I did find that that piece that I was missing. Found it. I just found it, and so yeah, he's fixed. He's fully complete. And then the last 2 instruction booklets that I have were for the same set is the Scopio XV1 set. I have instruction booklet number 1 and instruction booklet number 2. So those are all the instructions I have left. So something else I would also like to go over besides the instructions are pretty much just like a bunch of like the content. So like books or DVDs or graphic novels, all that stuff. So yeah. We'll go ahead and start with this thing I did show you earlier, the graphic novel. This was graphic novel number 9, Fall of Etero. Fall of Etero. Etero is pretty much, it's just the Glatorian arena. That's what it is. So, this pretty much just shows the whole 2009 story up to the point where Makuta is going to come for Barra Magna, and they're gonna face off. So that's pretty much all there is. And then there's like a sneak peek at the end of Motunui's Guide to Barra Magna and Makuta's Guide to the Universe. So those are sneak peeks to some other books. And I actually forgot I had one of those. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, I'm back. And before we take a look at one of those books, I also have some other books here. We have the Legend Reborn book. This is just a standard one. It's pretty much just a copy of the movie, so pretty much word for word. Nothing too interesting. Honestly, the movie would be better, but I don't know. So, yeah, that's the book. But then I also got a second book that's pretty much the same thing, except this one came with, like, a DVD. I got this at a book fair from one of my old schools, so, yeah, it's pretty much, it's not the actual Legend Reborn DVD, but it's a DVD that has, like, a sneak peek of the actual DVD, or the Legend Reborn movie. So, at the time, I thought it was pretty cool, and I was pretty happy to have it, and I'm not sure if that's, like, this is like hard to find or anything, but yeah, I still have this. Of course, don't really use the DVD anymore because I just have the actual DVD. And then this other book that I do have, Makuta's Guide to the Universe. I think this was released back in 2009. So pretty much, the title pretty much explains what it's about. It's about the Matoran universe. So all the way from 2001 to 2008, I think, maybe a bit of 2009. It seems to go up to 2008, though. And then it just has, like, some narrative things from the first person of Makuta, which I think was pretty cool, and I read this whole thing. And then it also came with, like, a map of the entire Matoran universe, or Aqua Magna. So, and this actually is in the form of a giant robot. So, this was a pretty cool book. I just got it only just recently, maybe 2 or 3, maybe like in 2015 when Bionicle was coming back. I was getting all hyped, so I wanted this book. But, yeah, that's pretty much the last book I have. And the other last thing that I do have is, well, of course, the Bionicle Legend Reborn DVD. So, yeah, I got this movie. I was pretty happy about it. Nice little DVD with, like, the scroll shield. Came with just this little flyer inside. Glatorian Legends, showed most of the Glatorian, or the Wave 2 sets of 2009. a little advertisement for the Bionicle Galtorian Arena game. So I thought that was I didn't really like that game. It was kind of just hard for me. We have an advertisement for The Adventures of Clutch Powers. I didn't actually get the DVD, but I did, I don't know, I think I ordered it like on Netflix or something. So yeah, I did watch that too. I think they're kind of reselling it in like some sort of DVD pack. I don't know. I saw it at the store like just this year or something. I can't remember. Advertisement for the Lego Club. We've got the old Max there, which I think is pretty funny. Free child mission to Legoland Discovery Center and just Legoland in general. And then we have some other stuff here on the back from other 2009 sets. We got collectible cards, which I wanted, but I never got. We've got books. There's not keychains, but watches. There's cameras, which I honestly did think looked pretty cool. Of course, got the books. There's Makuta's, or actually like these guides. So Makuta's Guide to the Universe, I did get that. Graphic novels, and then scrapbooks, which honestly seemed really cool, but I never got any. So that's pretty much it for all the little accessories and the instructions and stuff. So now, I forgot what else I was going to do, but let's go ahead and go do that now. Okay, so I remember what I was going to be doing next, and I will be going over pretty much a list of all of the 2009 sets that I do not have. I've got quite a lot here, but they're not all of them, and I don't plan on getting the rest, because that's just too much money, and these aren't honestly the best looking sets. So we're going to go ahead and start off with Wave 1. So I did not obtain Tuma, of course. He was one of the big villains of Wave 1. I did not get Skrull. And to be honest, I really think that's it. I did get all of the Agori, I did get Pharaoh and Scaremix, so yeah, the only two sets I didn't get from Wave 1 was Skrull and Tuma, which were honestly the two big villains of the, pretty much the whole year, I guess. Then we've got sets that I don't have from 2009, but from Wave 2. So, the Galtorian Legends, I did not have Kina, and I did not have Jellu. I originally, I also don't have a car, also. Do not have a car. So I actually got Vastus and Stranius from my cousin, because he didn't want them anymore, but I think I already said that before. From Wave 2, there are a bunch of vehicles I don't have, but I did have one of them, of course. I had Scopio XV1. So the vehicles I did not have were Caxium V3, Sendox V1, the Baranus V7, I think, and the Thornatus V9. So the Thornatus V9 was also a big part of the story and in the movie and stuff, but yeah. But I also think that's pretty much it, so I'm not actually sure how many sets that is that I don't have. That's 2 sets from Wave 1. That is pretty much in total 9 sets from 2009 that I do not have. So that's honestly quite surprising, because I remember getting a lot of the Agori for my birthday, and I actually did get sick on my birthday, which really sucked. So people did visit me in the hospital. I actually had pneumonia. People came to me and visited me and gave me their presents and stuff. I remember getting a Vorox that time. So yeah, I got a lot of these sets for my birthday, but yeah, and I did get Scopio for Christmas. But yeah, that's pretty much all these sets I don't have. And yeah, so another thing I do want to mention, that there's not really any collectibles for this year, unfortunately. Just like last year in 2008, no collectibles. So yeah, anyways, I think that's pretty much going to be it for this video. So let's go ahead and move on to the end of the video. Okay, so there are a few things I would like to talk about before we end this video, and one of those things would be how I'm going to be doing the 2010 classic reviews. So, 2010, we only got 10 sets. Or, no, we didn't get 10 sets. We only got 6 sets, and they were called these stars, and that's pretty much it. So, we didn't get too much in 2010. We only got those 6 weak sets for the last set. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing 2 last videos for the 2010 reviews. I will be doing a part 1 and part 2, and I will be explaining the story and stuff within those. So, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I'm not going to be doing just an individual review for each character, since since there really isn't too much about them. Like the Agori, they use the same build, and there really isn't too much to talk about them, so I'd rather split the video into 2 parts. One part would me be talking like about the backstory and stuff, maybe there weren't really any collectibles, but just any other miscellaneous stuff, and then one actually taking a look at the sets. I unfortunately got all of these sets except for one. I will not mention which one just yet, but we'll get there in a second, but all soon. But anyways, I don't really think there's anything else to go over in this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully, I'm thinking my next video will be the part 1 of the Stars reviews, so yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building!